Welcome back, everybody, to the Whiskey and Business Podcast. This is episode 8.5. I got Lexi here. She was my intern for a little bit. I'm sad to see her go, but she's got to go spread her wings somewhere else. So I'm going to ask her a couple questions of what she thought. We did a segment last week on this with Travis and his intern. I thought it was kind of interesting because a lot of people try to get into marketing and they don't really get their feet wet until they get out of college. So it's always good to kind of intern for these companies so you can get a little bit of idea of what goes on in the background. So I just want to get a little insight. So this might help somebody at the college or wherever if you are looking to intern. So what's up, Lexi?
Hey, how are you?
Good. So what are you going to school for currently?
I am a mass communications new media major.
Okay, so what does that entail?
Basically social media, like marketing, production, like news stuff, like just basically anything that has to do with media. This is like the major for it.
Okay. Yeah. Are they having you do any hands-on besides the interning?
No.
Okay.
This is my first hands-on anything like experiencing media-wise and like anything like that. This is the first time I've got to do anything.
Right. What was the most, I guess, what do you take away from the class? Because you're almost done with it, right?
Yeah, I have one more semester.
One more semester. So what's the biggest takeaways now that they've taught you in class for that major so far?
I think the biggest takeaways for everything is, I guess, one social media class that I had, we just got to learn about how to do different type of marketing on different social media platforms. And, like,
nice.
It was almost like a real life thing, but it wasn't real life. So
right.
It was kind of cool to be able to see doing the different type of just media marketing on the platform.
Right.
So, yeah, it was cool, and I got to it was kind of hands-on, but it was fake. And right. So it wasn't really, you weren't really getting actual experience. So,
right.
Yeah.
So what did you think about, because you interned with me for a little bit, I had you learn a lot of stuff in the beginning just because I wanted to kind of get your feet wet and a lot of stuff. So with the limited amount of field work and like stuff that I've had you done, what was your experience like? Like actually having like the back end of the media company?
It was pretty cool to like, especially the day that we went and filmed everything. I was like, oh wow, I get to see like the angles of everything that you're videoing and stuff, and just seeing like what actually goes into each video for like marketing.
Right.
And that was really cool. And then also just doing some of the menial tasks, like
the nuances.
Yeah, it was just like, okay, like there's work behind everything that you're going to be doing, and it's like some of those tasks, like they're super easy, but they take a while.
Right. Now, with your class, because I know college like classes sometimes don't teach you like the back end workings of stuff or like what you're gonna have to do. Was that kind of a little eye opening to see that it's not all fun and games? When it comes to marketing, there's actually a lot of stuff that you have to do on the back end to actually complete some of those things.
Yeah, it definitely was eye-opening because I had to learn, like, okay, you're going to have to do a lot more paperwork, I guess, type of thing. But, yeah, it was...
Spreadsheets.
Yeah, spreadsheets and stuff like that. It's more of, like, you're doing menial tasks, whereas what we learned is basically they taught us how to write for media. Like, just stuff that was, like, so basic that it really didn't have much to do with the media process. So This was really a great eye-opening experience for me to be able to see, okay, like there's so many more tasks than what they were just teaching us.
Right. And then in the beginning I had you learn a little bit of video editing, and you created this like little marketing video I had you do of my business. What was that fun in terms of the media side? Because I know marketing, it's not all media. But that was the media side. Was that kind of like fun, or would that kind of teach you in that aspect?
Yeah, the video definitely taught me that there's fun parts of this, like picking out your own music and trying to like do like different music together and like try to make it fit together, which was really cool because it was like, I don't know, it brought out my creative side, and it was awesome to be able to see the difference between like just writing and actually getting to do something that was making a video to like market for something.
Right.
So it was really cool. I thought that was like one of the funnest things. That I actually posted on my social media, and I got so many comments on it.
Nice.
Everyone's like, "Did you really make that?" I'm like, "Yes, I did really
That's
make
awesome.
that."
That's awesome. That's the whole experience, is like you get better in creativity, because marketing is fun. You know, the business side of it's not necessarily all that glamorous, as you saw, but when you get into like talking to a business and like strategizing with them, and like, because actually so my client's Joshua Tree Physical Therapy, which your mom works at, so you've known me for a long time. And so, but when you hear us in the office too, that's like the back end strategy work as well. Right. So you kind of learned that even before you came an intern for me.
Yeah, and that was really cool for me to be able to learn that, because that was my major, and I was like, wow, I get to actually see this, and I have this experience that I get to put like on my resume and stuff,
right.
because I also was working at that point in time there, so
right.
It was nice, because I'm like, well, I actually get to put like I was in these media
right.
business meetings, so I was like, it was really cool to be able to experience that, especially since I didn't have much experience with it. So
right, yeah, there's a lot. Now this is your first podcast, and you just watched us film the first one. This is a whole nother level of production as well. Is this, so with all that said and done, is this something you look forward to doing in the future now that you've seen all the kind of like the odds and ends of everything that goes into it?
Yeah, I am looking forward to doing like this, because I think it's like how they taught us in college is more of like writing, but there's so much creative things that you can do with it. And I think that I wish they would teach us more of that
right.
in college, because then the classes would be so much more fun, and
right.
you would actually know what you're going to be getting out and doing in the real world.
That's true.
So
that's true. So let's end it with, what would you say to anybody that is in your position, going to college, and they want to get into marketing? Where would they start, or how did you reach out to a media company? What would you give them in the future to go and actually pursue this stuff, from the takeaways of what you experienced with me, and then also seeing me in the past in those marketing meetings?
Definitely find someone that's not just going to make you do like menial tasks, like sweep the floors, like you said you could have me do. Like if I didn't really want to learn anything, like find someone that actually wants to teach you things, because if you don't, then when you're going to the actual business world, you're going to have not any experience at all, because at least from my experience from college, they don't teach you a lot. So right. I just tell everyone to find a business and someone, like network, like
a mentor.
Make sure you find like network with other people. Like there's so many people like have businesses. Go ask them. Like most people know someone that owns a business. Go ask them who they're using for their media. Right. Ask them how cool like they are. Or go sit in on a business meeting before you go intern for someone, because you never know until you actually like see that person like
and if they know what they're doing.
Yeah. And they may not know, because a lot of people in this business can just kind of fake it until they make it, and it's really like they're really not doing much.
That's true. So one final question is, so would you go from media, working in media, or is it something that you want to actually pursue your own thing and find your own passion in terms of marketing, where you can actually have your own business?
I definitely don't want to have my own business. I definitely would like to work for someone, just because I don't know how long I want to be in the actual media business.
That's true.
So for me to make my own business, it wouldn't be worth it. But I definitely want to work in media for a little bit. I think that's going to be a great way to start, especially since I have more experience than anything else in the world. But I definitely am thinking about doing something in event planning. So
that'd be pretty cool.
So both of them, I like both of them, and I think that this major is an awesome major because you have so many doors open to you. So
right, exactly. Yeah, no, it was good having you as an intern. I'm glad you learned a lot. I just, I wanted you to get the most bang for your buck, so I'm glad that we were able to accomplish that, and I didn't have you sweeping floors.
Yeah, thank you so much, Josh.
That was it. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching this week's 8.5 episode. We launch these every week, midweek, after the main episode. So if you like these, comment down below, and we'll come up with more ideas to kind of get a little side segments of the Whiskey and Business podcast that's not just dealing with marketing. It deals with all other topics we can kind of talk about. So link down below, click that, watch the other episodes. Episode 8 came out this week. Go check that out. We actually have our platforms on the Whiskey and Business podcast, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram channel, and that'll also be linked down below. Thanks, guys. Peace.